Governor, I went down to the public library with some of my brothers and sisters and cousins to try to get library cards. And we were told by the librarian that the libraries were whites only and not for colors. I never went back to this library until July 5th, 1998 for a book signing of my first book, Walking with the Wind. Hundreds of blacks and white citizens showed up, and they gave me a library card. And it said something about the distance we've come and the progress we've made. But Governor, more than anything, as I'm honored, Charlie, my friend and my colleague to be, you're going to Congress. I'm just happy and delighted to be here in support of you and with these wonderful young people and students. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Congressman. Isn't he great? It's my understanding that we have some questions from some of the students. Do we? Yes, ma'am. And what's your name, please?
Kayla Hall. What do you believe are the biggest civil rights challenges we face today as a country?
Well, I think one of the major challenges we face today as a country and as a people is to see that all of our children, all of our young people receive the very best possible education. Education is the great equalizer. And when I say all of the children, it doesn't matter whether they are black or white, Latino, Asian American, or Native American. They must be given the very best. Because it would be the children, it would be the young people that lead us as a nation and as a people to a better place. I believe that. It was the young people, it was the children that led the civil rights movement. The students, they got out there, they pushed and pulled, and others caught up. But we have been inspired by teachers, leaders, and others. But we did what we could to change things. Thank you for your question.
We have another question? Yes.
Hi, my name is David Thompson, and my question is, what should the government do, whether it's Congress or state legislatures, to improve civil rights and voting rights in our country?
Well, I think the new Congress, and when Charlie become a member of the House of Representatives, he would be part of that fight because of what he's been able to do here in this state to see that voting rights are protected and that people's civil rights are guaranteed. He will be a leader coming from this state, from this community. We can do more, and we got to encourage the next president of the United States to see that the right people are appointed to the United States Supreme Court. The court gutted the heart of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And this is the first major election in 50 years that we have not had the protection of the Voting Rights Act. We got to make it easy and simple for people to be able to cast a vote.
If I might amplify on that a little bit, Congressman.
Yes.
May I?
Yes.
Thank you. He's the boss. Respect our elders. I think it's important to understand historically the precious nature of our right to vote, and to be sure that those who we elect to office understand how precious it is to the real boss, the people. You know, we're a government that is supposed to be of the people, by the people, and for the people. And when I had the privilege of being elected as your governor in 2006, 10 years ago, I realized that already, having served as Attorney General of Florida, Education Commissioner of Florida, and a state senator from right here, my home, St. Petersburg. And I understood that people in our state needed to have time to vote. So I got elected in 2006, and just 2 years later was a historic vote for president. And I remember in late October, early November of 2008, in the race between Senator John McCain and Senator Barack Obama, I received a phone call from I was a Republican then. I received we all have our cross to bear. It's good to have a sense of humor, especially in this business. But I remember getting a call from a Democratic friend of mine, a member of the State House, Dan Gelber, a former colleague of Mayor Kreisman's. And he said, you know, Governor, have you seen these long lines on television of people who are trying to exercise their right to early vote, and they're having a hard time doing so because the lines are so long? And I said, I have seen that on television, and it pains me. He said, well, I think you need to do something about it. And I said, what can I do about it? He said, you can sign an executive order expanding the hours of early voting. I said, Dan, do you think I have the authority to do that unilaterally by myself? Then he goes, I don't know, I think you do. He said, why don't you ask the general counsel of the governor's office for an opinion? So I did. And the general counsel told me, Governor, I don't think you have that authority. And I said, well, I'm a lawyer too, let's talk about it. Have a conversation at least. I said, why do you say that? He said, because the statute that would give that authority of an executive order of this nature requires that it be an emergency. I said, okay, well, we're talking about the right to vote, right? And he said, yes, sir. I said, and we're a democracy, right? He said, that's right. I said, well, if people are not being able to exercise their right to vote in a democracy, that's an emergency. I said, so draft the order, please, sir, and I will sign it today. And we did so by that afternoon, and we expanded early voting, and Barack Obama got elected President of the United States. My Republican friends didn't like that a whole lot. But I told them what I would tell anyone. When I got elected governor of Florida in 2006, I did not get, as a Republican, elected the governor of the Republicans of Florida. I got elected governor of the people of Florida. All of them. All of you.
All right.
And you have to hold them in your heart when you're a public servant like the mayor or the congressman or Wenge, because you're accountable to you. You literally are the boss. Right after God. Can't forget God. Anyway, important question. Thank you, sir. Another question? Yes, young man.
Hi, I'm Hector. And my question to you is, do you believe civil and voting rights are a partisan issue?
No, I don't think the issue of civil rights, of voting rights, should be considered a partisan issue. It's a human issue. As I've said on so many occasions, the right to vote is precious, and that the vote is almost sacred. It is the most powerful, non-violent instrument or tool that we have in a democratic society. And everybody, you can say, every person should be able, of age, citizenship, should be able to vote. To be able to vote should be like getting a glass of clean water. That simple. If it were left up to me, I'd just open up the entire political process. So anyone age 18, citizen, you can vote. In some places, you have registration and voting on the same day. Just make it easy. Make it simple. Make it convenient. And let everybody come in. I believe that.
Okay, I got to put on my glasses so I can read what I'm... Jennifer Webb, would you please stand? She's running for the State House. Wingate Newton, will you please stand? He's running for the State House. Joanne Lentino, are you here, Joanne? Please stand. She's running for school board. And Monique Baker is in the room. I restored her rights. So Monique, you're going to vote, right? Yes. You know who to vote for, don't you? I make a joke. Not really. Miss Carol, this is my wife, Carol Crist. Please stand. She makes a great point. She's saying, please tell them how easy it is to early vote. Let me ask a very serious question of everybody in this room. How many of you have already voted?
Okay, great.
Look at that.